Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from Taylor the Fiend.
Someone who has a bachelor's degree, an associate degree, a diploma, another diploma, half of a master's degree that I dropped out of because it was the worst thing ever, and I'm currently working on another bachelor's degree.
You dropped out of a master's and to go to another bachelor's? What?
University is a scam. I will be the first person to say that. Don't go to university, college, whatever the hell you want to call it. It is a scam. You don't.
Well, when you're like a certificate collector, yeah. I mean, apply yourself with some of these degrees. It might work.
You don't need a degree, except for things like medicine, law, engineering, arguably, accounting.
So all the things that our parents and, men have been telling women that you probably should focus degrees on instead of liberal arts or whatever the hell you guys get.
Accounting, maybe, finance. Like, you don't need a degree. You don't need one. You will get so much debt, and for what? So you can work at a coffee shop because no one hires you anyway.
There are too many modern women who think that college is somehow the stepping stone to unlocking happiness in life, but all it's been doing is wasting their time and money, and they don't really have anything that's going to weigh them down in the long run.
What screams you're bad with money?
They have trouble getting a job with a master's of philosophy, so they decided to take out more student loan debt and get a PhD in philosophy. So
a lot of my family's in, the health and medical
Yep.
world, and so you've got to go get the master's if
Makes
you want
sense.
to be a nurse practitioner or continue on in medical school.
Yep.
But for a lot of these degrees, it's just like you don't know what you want to do with your career, so you just chase education. And when you do it with debt, it just adds insult to injury. Always.
And that's why we have so many people with degrees that are completely useless because they didn't think of what they wanted to do and they ended up just a piece of paper.
Pause and go, what job am I after? And make sure the education matches that goal.
If a master's degree in philosophy isn't going to help you get a job in the real world, then a PhD isn't going to help you either. At this point,
I'm going to slightly disagree. It might. I think PhDs do give people a leg up when it comes to certain companies and industries because it's just such a high level of education.
degrees are more of a status symbol than they are actually a means of getting an actual job.
Check for my first day of work of my first real job after graduating from Duke University.
She being sarcastic? Mickey D's?
Pants are still a little short, but we do have new ones coming in the mail. And I did get my pants to fit because I figured out how to cut my belt. McDonald's is so smart for designing the belts so that they can be made to fit anyone.
I can't really tell if she's excited for her job at McDonald's or if she's just being sarcastic because her first job after graduating from a prestigious university is
I'll go with the latter, Taylor.
McDonald's. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Her education led her to getting a job that doesn't really require an education at all.
Nope.
I'm wearing the short sleeve shirt today. I tried on the long sleeve shirt in my first video.
I mean, this is exactly why companies don't want to hire you, because you're making videos about your company, your job, your uniform, like all of this on TikTok. None of this stuff needs to be put out there, but you put all of this out there. So now companies look at you like, well, if she's talking about the uniform, what else is she talking about?
And I also, there is the McDonald's emblem right here. And then I also have this sweater that they gave me as well. I don't know yet if we're supposed to tuck in these shirts. Probably it looks better if I do, so. Oh, it looks good with the sweater, honestly. I like this. The sweater is warm.
The cat was like, nah.
The sad part is the money she's going to make at this job is barely going to cover everyday expenses, let alone make
And it's not even, it might even barely cover the interest on her student loans.
regular loan payments. It really does show how little value college degrees actually have on the open job market.
Tell me why I went to a fashion business school.
Getting a business degree, I'm already like, what? But a fashion business degree? What is this?
Here's my
What?
degree. I went to a fashion business school and I cannot even get a job that makes more than $17 an hour. I work for big brands. Like, I have experience working for luxury brands.
You didn't build any connections with working with these brands? You didn't meet anybody that can help you out? Because that's the point of doing these internships and working for these brands?
Multiple internships under my belt. I'm very smart. I'm very capable. And literally none of these places are hiring. Every single job, especially where I'm applying to in Manhattan, because the fashion capital of the world. I'm like, if I'm
Well, yeah, if you're gonna go to where it's very saturated,
going to go anywhere, it's going to be Manhattan. I cannot get a job that pays more than like $17 an hour.
What exactly was this woman expecting? She has no real work experience. She's living in an incredibly expensive and competitive city, and it's obvious she doesn't know anybody in the industry. She's actually rather lucky that she can even get a job in the fashion industry, honestly.
Like, am I gonna be poor forever? Like, I'm just like, I can't. And people are like, just keep applying. I'm like, I've been applying every single day doing hundreds of applications. I'm about to call my school up and say that this degree that I spent 4 years trying to get, 4 years, was a waste of money.
If she actually
They're just
tries to
gonna
call
laugh.
her university to complain, they'll just laugh in her face while counting the money that she took out to pay them. The universities know their programs are completely useless, but that won't stop them from making money anyway.
This is the most humbled I've ever felt in my life. I'm literally holding resumes, a stack of them, so that I can go in person to places and say, are you guys hiring? It's honestly a little bit embarrassing.
it's embarrassing for them. This is how we used to do it back in the day when I was in high school graduating. There wasn't the internet. Well, there was the internet. It wasn't en masse though. Everything was a paper applications. You had to go in person, drop off your resumes in person. It's a normal thing. Nowadays with the advancement of the internet, everything's on the internet now.
Because I'm literally applying for like minimum wage jobs, and some of them are being like, we're not hiring, and it's like, what? This is not.
I don't know. At least in California here, Panera Bread, there's a lot of food places. A lot of places are looking for workers. But obviously it's minimum wage, serving and stuff like that.
Not what I expected. I graduated college with 2 degrees in communications and acting. I speak 3 languages.
Communicating and
How on
acting,
earth do
huh?
these women think that getting a 4-year degree in acting is supposed to help them find a job? Those degrees are practically worthless, and she believed that degree was going to guarantee her a job in college. She has no idea how the world really works.
Like, what does an acting degree do? Like, so you can teach other people to be actors? Like,
Oh, this sucks. Like, I just want to be a TikToker if I'm being so for real with you. But I can't be delusional anymore. Like, I literally need to make money. So, I'm just going to keep trying.
This is the reality of the situation. She at least has enough common sense to not become a TikToker,
Yeah.
but at the same time,
Still
recording
wants to,
herself
though.
crying and complaining is just going to make finding a job harder, since employers don't want people who post cringe like this online.
exactly. What are you gonna do even though with a degree in dance? I didn't know you need a degree to be able to dance. Yeah, working minimum wage job.
There's nothing
before
wrong
living
with
in New
having
York.
interests in life, but getting a degree in something like dance is like betting your life savings on a horse with 1,000,000 to 1 odds with money borrowed from a loan shark. So it's a horrible idea. It's not really going to work out the way you'd think.
Can anyone explain to me how I have 2 degrees? I have 2 degrees. Oh, and a certificate. A little.
Why do you have 2 degrees? Why couldn't you just get the 1 degree and just go about it? I do understand that some things are intertwined with each other a lot, so you only need like 1 or 2 more classes to get that 2nd degree, but you're not even going to use it anyways. Why pay for those extra classes?
Extra, right? I have a certificate. May not be a master's, but it's something extra, along with the 2 degrees, you know? I'm trying to apply for jobs right now.
Seems manic.
And the thing is that the only person I have responding to me is a man from a tech company saying, "Hey, you want to answer some customer service problems? You want to answer some customer service calls?"
Because that's all we
This woman is
got for
completely
you.
blind to the situation she is in. There are quite literally millions of women like this with degrees all trying to get jobs, so it doesn't matter what her degrees are because there are millions of her all trying to apply for the same things.
Yeah, it's saturation of the market. Yeah, when women join the workforce, you screwed men and yourselves.
No, Bart, I don't want to answer your calls. No offense, but I'm a little more qualified than to be sitting around answering your customer service calls.
Really? You have no experience doing anything else. How are you more qualified?
Bart, okay? I'm sorry, but but Bart is the only one who's responding to me. So what am I supposed to do? And I'm looking down at these and I'm looking at them and I'm kind of wondering. I'm like, what was this for again? Oh, I don't know. Beats me.
That's the thing. She's not exactly qualified. She's a college graduate with zero work experience. She's confusing qualifications with work that she considered beneath her. She's going to learn a harsh lesson when it comes to work. You need to take what you can get.
Excuse me, guys. Have either one of you guys ever owned a business?
Yes.
You have? Could I interview you real quick?
Sure.
For 1 minute? Right over here. What industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
Well, the one that I had a business in, clothing.
You owned a clothing company?
Yes.
What was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
A little over $5 million mark.
$5 million. Did you go to college?
No.
You didn't go to college?
No. I'm the only one in my family that never went.
It is insane how many families pressure their kids into going to college, and it's become rather scandalous when a child says that they don't even want to get a degree.
This is probably like the story of most Asians, right? Most Asians have degrees, not because we wanted degrees, because our parents wanted us to have degrees so they can put it on their mantle to tell every other Asian parents, my kid got a degree. That's majority of my cousins. Like most of my cousins got degrees in business or whatever it is. You know what they do? They run the businesses. They run the donut shops. They do the family businesses. They didn't need any of their degrees. They didn't need any of those college education.
Even though there are plenty of options out there that require hard work, but not necessarily a piece of paper.
What is one lesson about business you give to somebody that they won't learn in school?
Here's the difference between being in business now as opposed to 30 years ago. It doesn't matter if you're Coca-Cola today or you're starting out. It's the first time in history that we're all in the same playing field.
I can agree
so
with
you
this.
can have $20 million a year to spend on advertising, and you could be up against somebody that has no money, and we all have the same opportunity with social media. So there's no excuses anymore.
I wouldn't say it's the exact same opportunity, but yes, individuals now are able to compete with major corporations.
If there's anything good to come out of the digital age, it has given people a chance of being able to start up their own businesses, and sometimes it can pay off big if you work hard enough. People don't see the possibilities out there that don't require college.
What is one bad financial decision that you regret making in life?
College.
Why college?
Scam.
Why do you say that though?
They take all your money and a good job ain't guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed, no. Why did you graduate from college already?
I'm about to.
See, but that's the thing though. I don't think they ever said anything was guaranteed, you know?
In December.
And then you feel like there's not a good job at the end of the road?
I don't. If this was 50 years ago, yeah.
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 It's getting so bad that people are realizing college is a scam moments before they graduate. It's unfortunate to be entering into the real world with the knowledge that you have a catastrophic amount of debt and no real job prospects.
I would have had a solid job laid out for me, but now, not really, no.
What would you rather be doing with your life?
Making money?
I know, but you don't have like a particular job in mind, like a dream job you have?
I feel like you could have a better job than the one I'm looking for through my degree.
Right.
Without having a degree.
Why, what are we studying right now?
Speech pathology.
I don't think speech pathology is that bad. I actually dated like 2-3 women with this degree, and they work with special ed children in the LAOC area. They do pretty well. They make like 70, 80.
Okay, you feel like there's not a good career in that?
It's like in the medical field.
Yeah. So what's the backup plan then?
Nothing.
Rich guy?
I ain't got that far yet. Moved to a country where money
She wanted to say rich guy.
don't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rather surprising that she didn't just immediately say OF the second he asked her what her backup plan was, and the sad part is that it's incredibly possible that she was thinking about that but didn't want to say it out loud.
I'm literally having like a midlife crisis. Like all these jobs out here are paying $23, $24, $25 an hour, and I'm not trying to sound ungrateful.
Which is actually pretty good. $23, $24, $25 an hour, even LA/OC. Very few jobs pay that much.
But like that's just not enough money. Like I cannot survive. I cannot live. I have kids. Like I cannot use $23, $24, $25 an hour and make a living. Okay? Like it's not enough money. It's simply not enough money. It's just not. And it's like, did I go back to school and get a bachelor's degree for what? What did I get a bachelor's degree for? To make $23, $24, $25 an hour? For what?
If you're going back to school to get a degree, it really should be in a field that requires one. But if you're just going back in the hopes that a piece of paper will help you get more money, then that's just a foolish thing to do, especially if you have children.
Well, Taylor, I think it makes sense if you were in a career already and they're like, oh yeah, you need a bachelor's or a master's to advance in your career to get a promotion. That makes more sense to me why people would go back and get a degree. But if you're in a career that you don't like anyways, or you're getting a degree to jump into a different career and stuff like that later in life, might not be the best choice.
Degree from UCLA is practically useless to me. And I'm sure you're wondering, Sophia, how come you just got that thing? And I'll tell you how come. So I graduated from UCLA in June with a bachelor's in psychology, and practically all of my internship and work experience was in marketing because that's what I thought I was going to do with my life after I graduated college. But then 2 months out of college, I had this sobering realization that that was actually not what I wanted to do with my life anymore. And then of course I was very panicked by that realization because what was I going to do with my life now?
A bachelor's degree in psychology, work experience in marketing, and a desire to do something completely different after graduation. With chaos like that, what exactly was this woman expecting?
After everything I had done to set myself onto the right track. And so after some soul searching, I found something new. It was an industry that
Like they say, like everything I've done to set myself. No, all you've done is care about your fee-fees and try to be happy all the time.
Didn't realize existed until that moment, but it felt like it had everything I was looking for. The problem is this is not an easy industry to get into, and generally one of the main requirements to even get into it is to have a degree related to that industry, and that I do not have. Yeah, unfortunately psychology is nowhere near that.
She's being vague about the industry, but realistically speaking, even if you have a degree in that field, it means nothing without networking contracts and work experience. So
True.
essentially, she went into massive amounts of debt in exchange for nothing.
I also evidently don't have any relevant work experience. So here I am, a college graduate trying to navigate a career change before their career has even started and somehow get their foot into the door with no prior education or experience to back me. I'm basically starting from nothing and trying to turn that into something. I could have never anticipated this for myself when I graduated college, but here we are. It's not going to be easy, but I'd rather do it now than years down the line.
Everyone goes through career changes, but this woman is going through one before she even had a career in the first place. At that point, you need to pick a lane and stick with it, because if you don't, you'll just end up crashing and losing everything.
What I've realized is the $80K that I'm in debt for college, I could have got the 2023 Ford Bronco that I wanted.
So for useless debt, you would have gotten a depreciating asset instead. Okay.
I don't care what anybody
A
says.
liability,
A college
pretty
degree
much.
is useless. I said what I said. Like, it's useless. You're telling me that I'm gonna apply to all these jobs, pay money for this piece of paper that's not even gonna work.
She spent $80K on a degree and can't get a job, which isn't all that surprising. People have been complaining about this for years, but nobody wants to listen. And now she's just going to make it worse for potential employers because of this online crash out.
If I get one more email that says, I'm sorry, we went.
Yeah, it's just so funny that a lot of these women just think the piece of paper does it for them. No, it's the networking in college, the meeting people, the rubbing elbows with people in the industry. Like the other woman said that she was in the industry, she had a whole bunch of internships. Like, how did you not build any connections? Like it's never about what you know, ever. People don't care about what you know. They only care about who you know. If you know my best friend and you're good in terms with my best friend, you are more likely to get help from me than if I just knew you and you were just some, amazing person that I should be hiring or something. No, I'm probably going to still give the benefit of the doubt to my best friend's friend because of the connection.
Went with another candidate. We will keep you for other job opportunities. No, it's good, dude. It's good. I'm just gonna go back in my bed and cry because I was lied.
It's funny how she's surprised about being lied to about her degree. She is not the only one. Millions of people were lied to, but she's angry because she bought into the lie and now she's in debt and will never be able to afford that Ford Bronco that she wants.
I'm so lucky that I dropped out. I didn't complete college. I went to community college and, during that time, FAFSA took care of all the community college. we paid a little bit for about a year's worth in Cal State Long Beach. Then some family issues happened where I had to drop out. Hey, I do pretty well now. I mean, most of the things I do don't actually require a degree. I work on YouTube. I do finance, which is funny because finance actually does not require a degree. You know, I have a cannabis thing, and you know, hopefully we close escrow on the donut shop, you know, mid-March or so. So all I did was just focus on a couple things, or focus on one thing. Hopefully, I made good money on it, and then use that to facilitate other things, and hopefully snowball the money. Keep on snowballing the money. That's the goal. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and catch you guys next time. Ciao.